Young lady dropped a comment. Are men insecure around confident women? Yeah, that's a great topic because as a man, and I'm gonna distinguish men, guys, males, boys, whatever else you want to call, two different categories, but we'll get into all that. When I hear that, he's just insecure, can't deal with a confident woman, all these things, I'm like, with the work that I do with divine masculine and feminine energy, there's so many things beneath the surface that to just summarize it in the symptoms up top, it's like you miss the root cause. So I really am excited to jump into this. Shout out to the young lady over there on TikTok. I've just got you 5 quick tips, ladies, to help you understand what is the world of this insecure man from you and your confidence. I am masculinity architect Dwayne Langham, helping you understand the world of men, masculinity, dating, sex, relationships inside of divine energy, masculine and feminine. I've got it, you've got it, we've all got it, and I want everybody to win. Of course, do all the things. Hit the thumbs up, hit the like. I'm over here working hard, y'all, making sure you got good audio, making sure you can hear me, see me, multiple angles. You know how I do, getting all these clips, all this content 3 times a day I'm dropping. Follow, subscribe. YouTube got the shorts, long format, deeper discussions like these lives. TikTok 3 times a day, giving you all the content, giving you all the advice that you need. You got questions, I got answers. Drop your comments down below. Shoot me a DM. My conversations with my clients, content I'm consuming out there, researching. Just a student of life, and I'm here to bring you the answers that you need to succeed. So with that, we're going to jump back in. Oh, one last thing. Go ahead and pick up that free ebook. If you've never heard masculinity, femininity, or if you've heard toxic masculine or feminine, it's divine energy, masculine and feminine. Toxic does not apply. That's a different conversation. But if you want to get the basics of what I'm talking about, the ins and outs, pick up the book, Deep Dive into the Divine, absolutely free on my store. And that will help you understand everything that I'm going to be talking about when I'm referring to these energies. To the question at hand, are men insecure by confident women? Absolutely not. Wrap it up. That's the end of the live. Appreciate y'all coming out this week. In the meantime, I'm fucking with you. Let's have a little fun with it while we're at it. So, the first thing I'm going to break down to understand, when I say men, for me here on this channel, we have a standard. MGM, mature, grounded, masculine men. That is what I coach my clients to. That is what I live to as my standard. And that is the bar. If you're not fucking with that in the background being a missing, you're liable to deal with anything and everything. A bit of a black, white, gray area. Is it possible as a confident woman to go through life and encounter a guy, a boy, a male that is insecure by your confidence? Absolutely. No different. They're human beings. People will be insecure. Will your confidence make others insecure? Absolutely. Without shadow of a doubt. Now, when we come to, again, MGM man, intimidated by confident women? No, her words were insecure. Absolutely not. And I can give that as a generality. If you're dealing with my standard, MGM, mature, grounded, masculine man, there is no context where he would be insecure, not feeling secure in himself. Literally in the title, mature, experienced, grounded, that's secure, masculine. Inside of that, there's just no space for it. Now let's break down why. And with that, that's the only job that you have, ladies. Your picker is the only job. Filter, qualify, take your time, slow down, tune in to your divine feminine. Soak up all the information on the channel, do your research, do the work, reach out to me one-on-one if you want the support. That is what I help my clients with. Deal with a lot of successful, effective. That's why this is actually right up the alley. Confident women, oh my God, yes. Accomplished, successful, high achieving, could be seen as alpha. Again, that's another term not coming to masculine and feminine. Driving in their masculine energy, which we all have, absolutely. You're going to have to utilize your masculine in the corporate world, as an entrepreneur, out in life with children, especially if you're a single mother. They're going to need discipline. Comes from the masculine side. So in these spaces, absolutely, you're going to need to show up in your confidence. And here's the other side of that, because I know the conversation always comes up. Trigger alerts, right? Shrink yourself, play small, dim your light. Get all of that trauma and baggage out of the way. Because you hear conversation, no different than myself. When I hear a woman say, oh, he's insecure about my confidence, it misses the mark for me. Not because I don't understand the paradigm she's referring to, in which I absolutely understand insecure males, boys, guys that can show up for a man, which is a distinction for me, MGM status, mature, grounded, masculine man, has nothing to be insecure about when dealing with a woman. Equal, not the same. That's not saying anything about women. When I say unlearning all the habits, when I say, cleaning up, you've got trauma, you've got triggers, you've got reference experience and knowledge where you've seen, interacted with, engaged with behavior that doesn't add up and leaves you feeling, yes, you have interacted with a person, I won't say a man, that was insecure in themselves and made you feel some type of way because of your confidence, because of your light, because of your brightness, because of your greatness. And you're that way by design. Again, perfectly whole and complete. What you want to be responsible for, and I'll say this because my ladies, right? You're heavily influenced, especially if you're in touch, in tune, and flowing into your femininity. And just by default in being a woman, how your body, your genetics, how everything is naturally working, you're an emotional being. With that, how you feel internally about something, not that it is invalid, is it inappropriate? Because if you're actually with the engagement, did that man express he's feeling insecure? What was the actual interaction? And I'll say this, why I'm starting with this end, what you'll need to know for yourself, because this is where you can be responsible for how you communicate, interact with, engage with others. Nothing is your fault. However, if you have the understanding, because as I break down what the man side of it, even the MGM man, is actually understanding, feeling, operating, you can take, when I came off this way, when I said this, when I did that, that may have, could have, possibly left something over there. Not that it's, again, no morality. Not good, bad, right, wrong. It's just, does it work? Will it allow for the romantic engagement? Will it allow for attracting the man that you want? Will it get you what you want is all you want to know. And that's all I'm here to deliver on. First, look at yourself. Look at what he's actually communicating. Did he articulate that he is insecure, or is that just how you felt? By maybe a look, a comment, a response, an energy, him tensing up. Maybe he was thinking about his bills. Maybe it could have been something else. Maybe he was off-put by something. Who knows? Who cares? No good, bad, right, wrong. Just the opportunity to look at, did that leave you from past interactions triggered, feeling something, automatically labeling it as, oh, he's insecure. He doesn't like a confident woman. He wants me to play small. He wants me to dim my light. This is why I start with that, because that's all you can be responsible for. And inside of your picker, it's giving you the information. It's giving you the data, the feedback that you need to proceed. So that's you. That's all I'm going to put on you, is to be responsible for your picker and be responsible for the communication. Because if you don't actually know what's happened, how do you get to that? How do you get him to articulate, communicate? You're going to have to be responsible on behalf of the communication. I say be responsible because he doesn't owe you anything. Nobody else owes you anything. Not your friends, not your mom, not your auntie, not your sister, not anybody you interact with owes you to thoroughly communicate. Now, how is a woman in her femininity, which is what we're all about on this channel, how do you get that information out? How do you get to the source of what's going on? How do you let it be known and express yourself? Advocate, stand up for yourself, that you don't need to dim your light, that you don't need to decrease your shine. Nothing of that. You got to be vulnerable. You got to go first. I always talk about the gentle whisper, the influence, right? Not the direct command, masculine communication, but the indirect communication. And the way you can do that is to leave him out of it and come with what you are experiencing with vulnerability. You know, when ... happened, when you said this response, last time we met, we had a conversation, whatever the case is. And again, slow down, take your time. It doesn't even have to be then and there. Let it be something you process in the background. Really feel through it. Because I will say, as human beings, we feel things much faster than we can process it, much faster than we can articulate it to make it make sense. Feelings are like reactions. They come up automatically. How you choose to respond after you have processed those emotions, that's on you. So after you've processed, take some time to slow down and feel what's actually there, now you can communicate. And when you come to communicate, you start with the vulnerability. If you give the invitation to vulnerability by leading with your own, I'm curious how you felt about something. Back when we said this interaction, I felt like the energy shifted. Or, I actually had my feelings hurt because I wanted to do this, that. And because you shot it down, I felt like you shot it down. See that with the feeling, it takes ownership that this is just as it occurs to me. So however you want to propose it, it occurs to me, my experience was, it felt like ... And you can share your feelings. You can be vulnerable. Now, this takes a big person. This takes maturity because it can be shot down. It can be laughed off. It can be dismissed. You do, in that vulnerability, open to, exposed, and being vulnerable, it is an invitation for them to reciprocate, but with that, you're dropping your guard. Therefore, it invites them to drop theirs with the intention of, let's get connected. Let's be in communication. Let's get understanding of each other. Lead with your feels after you've processed them, after it's a response and not a reaction, so that you can actually get into communication with them. Oh, no, it wasn't that at all. I actually saw somebody over there putting a boot on my car. That shit pissed me off. I'm so sorry about that. I didn't mean for you to feel that way. It could be a completely different circumstance is all I'm saying. Leave the morality out of it. Understand how feelings work. You feel something. It is valid. Is it appropriate? Is that the circumstance? Is that actually what's happening? So before you assume that even, I'll just say other people are insecure by your confidence, actually get connected with them. Actually get over in their world so that you can confirm what it is that's taking place before you take it to heart, before you add it to more baggage, drama, and things that get brought into your interactions. Because, of course, I want you to be happy. I want you to get what you're out to get from this person. And hopefully that's the data to qualify. Can they be your guy? Or MGM, mature, grounded, masculine man. First thing first, MGM, mature, grounded, masculine man, is depolarized, repelled, turned off by masculine energy. That I want to soak in. Remember I said we all have masculine and feminine energy. When that man is interacting with his boys, boisterous, confident, it's among men, there's a sense of competition. There's a sense of talking shit. Now, it's not that he can't be your friend. It's not that you can't interact in that way. What I want you to understand is energetically, if you want the romance, if you want the big, bad, strapping, masculine energy to come out of him, you've got to make sure you're not bringing that over here. Remember, I started with that confidence, perfectly whole and complete. Your divine masculine is absolutely in place. And does that need to be brought out in the space where you want a MGM, mature, grounded, masculine man? These energies, they work in polarity. That is the attraction, right? Yin and yang. So if you've got the yin, that feminine, and soft, right? He's got the hard, that masculine. It's not that you don't have both. It's not that you're not equal. You're different. But how can it dance if your masculine's in the space, but his masculine's there, and you want him to lead, and you want him to be a man, and all these things? Masculine energy provides, protects, and cherishes. So with no offense, right? No good, bad, right, wrong, no morality. Simply put, if you put in two energies that are the same, like those magnets, they don't dance anymore. No matter how hard you try, they just push apart. Now you may be laughing, playing, having a good time, being friends, but it's starting to get more in the boys' space. If he's smacking your ass, it's good job, bro. That kind of dynamic. I've said it all the time, like the bro between man and woman. It's just you're killing polarity. This is where that dimming the light, playing small, those things come into play. Men aren't attracted to that. They're not drawn to that. They go and pursue the accolades, the achievements, the awards. This does not mean it needs to be negated, invisible, not exist. It's not a bad thing. No, not what I'm saying. I'm saying in the dating context, no different than, really good, right? I've been married, raised a family, all that good stuff. The same masculine traits that run it in the boardroom for you or him. Bring that home and deal with your partner in that way. Bring that home and deal with your kids in that way. It just doesn't work. Now, not in the context of discipline when it comes to kids, but kids have boo-boos. Kids have mistakes. Kids are small people with small, not fully developed brains. They need softness. They need kindness. It just needs to be a little different. It needs to be loving. No different when you bring that to your partner. if you're bringing the accolades, the achievements, presenting them, if he's not drawn to it or attracted to it, it's not insecure, he's just not interested. In the same way, if you bring the direct communication, as I said earlier, regardless of what type of person you're interacting with, for a masculine man doesn't need to provide, protect, and cherish. A woman who has plenty of strong, independent, confident energy. And the confident part isn't, I'm going to get to that because that's not a bad thing, but the strong and independent, if there's no need for his masculine, what is he going to provide, protect, and cherish for? You already got it. You're good. You don't need him. And that's not a bad thing. And do you want him to stick around? Well, if his masculine energy, mature, grounded, masculine man, wants to be appreciated, wants to be desired, wants to be needed, same way, your feminine want to be ravished, want to be taken away, swept off your feet, wants to kick back and relax, being catered to. Well, it's the balance. It's the dance of. That's what I want to point to is a misunderstanding. If your baggage, trauma, past interactions with boys, males, guys, whoever was insecure and couldn't handle it, left you filtering that here it is. He doesn't like my degrees. He doesn't like my six figures. He doesn't like the money I'm making, the car I'm driving. It's not that he doesn't like it. It's just the same. It's just like him. He came out for a date. He came out to court and interact. He came out to provide, protect, and cherish. Ladies, answer me this. If you meet a man and he interacts with his boys, his best friends, his homies, his frat brothers, whatever, and he interacts with them like he wants to provide, protect, and cherish, will you have questions? I think so. Polarity, attraction, whether it's on the energetic level or just on the human level, this is a dance. Shout out, go to the store, pick up the book, tell about the whole thing. But that's the context. When it becomes depolarized, it's not that he's insecure. He's just simply not interested. Where I've already talked about the qualifications dealing with males, guys, weak little boys. When it comes to the conversation of dimming your light, when it comes to the conversation of those that are insecure, this is actually an indicator for you. This is a good thing as well. Why? Because it tells you they're not qualified. Now, don't write anybody off. And this is actually what I coach my clients, even with guys that are prospects, even with guys that you're dating, while you're free and in the dating game until you're exclusive, committed, whatever it looks like, you never have to write anybody off. There's nothing for you to do. Because when he's ready, when his masculinity, even if it's not mature yet, when it is stimulated, when that little boy wants to grow up, when he's through playing those games, when the male wants to evolve into a man for you, you may be the catalyst. We're a dance off of each other. I love this distinction. He's not done cooking. And sister, neither are you. You're two independent people. You may be competent, capable, kicking ass in life by yourself. You're single. That's just a fact of it. When you come together with somebody else, when that merger begins, when two people are combined, all the work, that's when the work starts, because now you're caring for two people. Now you're thinking, considering, maneuvering with two people. Neither of you are done or ready or there because you're not in a relationship. You can't be. So that's where I say don't disqualify, don't cut off. Those are still options. He can still invite you on a date. You can still enjoy a good time. You could get some experience. You could be the catalyst, the gentle whisper, the influence. The energies bounce off of each other. He could give you something in a completely other area of life that benefits you. There's no reason to cut off another human being as long as it's healthy. Nothing that literally just pisses you off, can't stand, or he literally is telling you, I don't like when you do that kind of stuff. Maybe you can help him improve. Maybe you can help him open up for himself because he's disqualified for you. You just don't have to cut him off unless you reach that point. Listen to your divine feminine. Check out the other videos. You know exactly why. There is no need to dim your light. And number 5, I'm not going to jump ahead, but I want to give you a hint. Stick around to number 5 because that's going to tell you why your confidence is something an MGM man loves. Soaks that shit up. If you find yourself feeling like you need to dim your light, feeling like he's insecure by your success, and you've gotten in communication in some way, shape, or form, you've taken the time to articulate, be vulnerable, let it be out there, and it comes back, you know what, I actually don't, and maybe that is how he's feeling, great, you know exactly where to qualify him. Cool, keep it moving. Now, number 4, like-minded, think alike. Number 4's got a little bit of why he likes your confidence. Confidence is captivating, y'all. Fam, if I got on here Hey everybody, well, welcome back to live this week. We're going to be talking about, kind of, if you guys want to. I think we're going to try something out. I'm going to feel it out and see what you guys. Confidence to own yourself, confidence to be who you is, confidence to show you. Even was just talking to a client working on their online profile. How much skin to show, showing off the body. There's confidence in that. You don't want a thirst trap. You don't want to go to the extreme, and you want to show a little skin. You want to show if you take care of yourself, you take care of your health. Confidence. I am confident in my grooming, my presentation, my voice tonality, my mannerisms, my movement. All of that is expressive. It is captivating. It is entertaining. Why? Because as a human being, right, from childhood, these are half of the traumas and things that we have to unlearn. Those early survival needs where we told ourselves, don't do that, don't be that way, do this, be this, all this stuff. And maybe it didn't come from us. Maybe we directly got told that. But at some point, in order for survival, we tell ourselves that. So as human beings, man, woman, boy, male, whatever, we all are attracted to confidence. So if you have qualified and he's a MGM, he is not going to be worried about that confidence. If anything, being grounded in his masculine, like-minded, think alike, he's going to like it. He's going to know that you can hold your own. So it's not a problem for him. Mature, grounded, masculine man has the father of the village mentality. What do I mean by that? That's my own personal distinction. But that father of the village gets beyond self. You see, the little boys, the males, the guys out there, they can't see past themselves. How will you know? They're more concerned about you being arm candy than being a partner for them. What they can build together, live into together, a legacy to be left behind. They're more concerned about the validation. Can I get them draws? Can I get them access? Can I get her to come out with me? Can I get her number? It's all over here with him, which is why they have all these other problems I deal with guys on when it comes to even the sexual performance. The very thing that they want can't perform because they're all stuck over there with them. It's an exchange of energy, but that's deeper than we're going with this conversation. But when I say a mature, grounded, masculine man, he is a father of the village. If you take it back to primitive instinctual times, there's a patriarch and a matriarch. The patriarch is thinking about more than himself, more than his woman, more than his children. He's thinking about his fellow brethren. He's thinking about his wife and children, of all his brothers, the tribe and the village. He thinks about, before I throw that stone and cause war with that neighboring village, which is going to give everybody back home, my woman, my children, my people, struggle, strife, famine, starvation, death, pain. Is it worth it, or can we have peace? Can we go further? Now, I give you that simple example because when I say father of the village, this is a mindset in my own position that truly is rare. No different than raw masculine energy. Mature, grounded masculine energy is rare. Not a lot of men today have this because not a lot of men are present. I'm going to say men, just the bare minimum of men, whether or not it's a good man, but men, top 10%. Mature, grounded, masculine man, building up a better life, that's some 1% type shit. But when you get to this level, thinking of life as a father of the village, as a man alone, he's a father to his home, to his woman, to his children. He takes care of things in that way. Father of the village is thinking about his mom and dad, is thinking about your mom and dad, is thinking about all the children, all the nieces and nephews. He's thinking about the community kids, the church kids. He's thinking about his co-workers. He's thinking about his employees and his business. He's thinking about his clients. Father of a village. See, a man like this, mature, grounded, masculine man, is what life is made on. We are here today because of mature, grounded, masculine men